Well, Anchorage Police say an APD officer is charged with DUI. He's accused of driving a patrol car while impaired. Johnson Kuhn joins us now with the details.
That's right, Rebecca. Police identified the officer as Charles Bowser. Charging documents outline what investigators say happened the night of March 9th. Police say around 5 p.m., an off-duty APD officer called a sergeant reporting concerns Bowser may be driving while impaired. The officer said Bowser, who was off duty, had been calling and texting throughout the day and seemed upset. She told investigators she later saw Bowser pull a patrol car into the driveway at high speed, then get out and sat on the front steps. Officers say they found him slumped over, smelling of alcohol. Medics were called, and investigators say Bowser said he'd been drinking hard alcohol. Documents say he was taken to the hospital. His blood alcohol level later tested at about .293. Police also report finding alcohol inside the patrol vehicle, including 99 proof shooters. Officers say video from the car showed concerning driving, including speeds over 80 miles an hour. APD says Bowser is on administrative leave pending internal and external investigations. His first court appearance is scheduled for May 18th at 9 a.m. APD says he's been with the department since May of 2014. We also asked the Alaska Department of Law why the charge wasn't filed until April 24th, more than a month after the incident, and we're still waiting for a response. We also followed up today asking APD spokesperson Gina Romero why we were just told about this since we first inquired last month. She said because Bowser was issued a court summons rather than arrested, and because the dates we provided did not match dates in their system, the case did not appear in their initial search. APD says they notified us as soon as the case became publicly visible in court records. Rebecca?
And happening now, a candlelight vigil for 19-year-old Kelly Hunt. She has been missing for more than 3 months. Her body was later found in a ravine near West 36th Avenue and Lois Drive. This is a live look right now along Arctic Boulevard in Anchorage, where she is being honored by loved ones. That vigil is expected to last until at least 8 o'clock. Her family says the last time they saw her, she was on her way to a Bible college in Soldotna. Hunt allegedly stopped at a friend's house in Spenard after flying into Anchorage January 6. That friend says the next morning Hunt went outside to drink with someone and never came back. The state medical examiner is working to determine the cause of death. New tonight, the Matanuska-Susitna Borough has issued an update on the investigation of the Caswell Lakes animal cruelty case. The borough now reports that 23 dogs died at the property in question, rather than the initial 25 reported. The kennel license from last year had listed 28 dogs. 23 died. 2 dogs had been taken into custody. 2 other dogs died before the animal cruelty case, and 1 ran away. Willow resident Misty Reeder is facing dozens of counts of animal cruelty. The borough says investigations about enforcement actions will continue into May. And changes in the Anchorage Assembly are now official. The election was certified last night. Anna Brawley was unanimously elected to serve as chair. Chris Constant, who was chair, was term limited. Daniel Volan will serve as vice chair after a recount. Janice Park won a Midtown seat. Sydney Scott will now represent North Anchorage. Donald Handlin represents Chugiak, Eagle River, and Jay-Bear. It is now officially not legal to feed eagles and other wild animals within the Anchorage municipality. Assembly members confirmed that one last night. Now, if you're caught, you could be cited under both state and municipal laws and pay hundreds of dollars. Crackdown includes many animals people think of, like, of course, bears and moose, but it also includes bunnies who could lure other dangerous predators while trying to get food. The city had reports that eagles at a Muldoon park had been swooping down on small dogs and even dropping food for bears to find.
We have enough issues in Muldoon with bears getting into unsecured trash. We don't need additional attractants drawing them into a park or a dog park.
Now, the city hopes the new ordinance will benefit both people and wildlife and make it safer for both to live together. And speaking of the wildlife, the ducks were out and active in Wasilla today. It is, of course, beginning to look a whole lot like spring, but how will conditions look for the second half of the week? Chief Meteorologist Melissa Fry joins us now. Melissa, it was so nice to see that sun today. What are we expecting for these next few days?
We're going to hold on to mostly dry conditions here tonight and tomorrow. But keyword there, mostly, because some of you are seeing some of these isolated showers moving through. In fact, we have one live right now on our weather camera. Midtown, looking toward the mountains, you can see those showers extending down as this individual cell drapes across the city. So if you are headed out and about this evening, grab the rain jacket or the umbrella. You might want it if you're out and about for an extended period of time. But the good news is these showers are moving through quickly, not lasting for long. Current temperature sitting at 47 degrees in Anchorage, a little cooler in the valley, a little warmer in Fairbanks, where we have plenty of blue sky to go around. That rain pretty consistent, though, in Juneau, with current temperature sitting in the upper 40s. Radar pretty active with those, again, individual isolated showers really firing up over the east side of Anchorage, pushing up through Wasilla into Willow. Also seeing those just to the north there of Cooper Landing. In Southeast, the rain is more consistent and widespread. And again, that will stick with you into tomorrow. And we actually have another storm system that's beginning to develop in the far western Aleutians. That will bring wet and windy conditions to western Alaska tomorrow and eventually into south central later into the week. So looking at those conditions overnight tonight, a few quick isolated showers are possible. Overnight lows dipping into the mid-30s. And then we'll see high temperatures tomorrow back into the mid-40s. Mostly cloudy conditions for your Thursday, especially pushing into the second half of the day. And I'll have a closer look at what you can expect Friday and, of course, for that weekend here in a few minutes.
Thank you, Melissa. Well, the Matanuska-Susitna Borough continues to see dangerous conditions on the water. Officials say this is that risky time of year on the ice. They say ice can appear thick when it's actually getting weaker and weaker. So changing conditions and pressure can easily cause a break.
You've got the sun beating down on it from the top. You've got water eroding it from the bottom. You've got a lot of weight on it from the melting runoff and stuff. And you can have ice that's as much as 2 feet thick and can't hold a person at this time of the year.
And the borough tells us the water just below the surface remains below freezing temperatures. Avoid the ice right now and call 911 if someone needs help. Do not attempt a rescue yourself. After nearly 2 months of back and forth, there's now a tentative deal to end a school bus driver strike in the Matanuska-Susitna Borough. Teamsters Local 959 negotiated an agreement with Durham School Services. Now, they meet for a vote tomorrow. If that vote passes, school bus services could resume as soon as Monday. The Fairbanks North Stowe Borough wants to know what you want done to renovate the 5th Avenue Park in North Pole. The borough has budgeted more than $2 million for that project. The park is next to North Pole Elementary and includes a wooded area and a nature trail. Planners are considering a new path and different connections to other parts of North Pole. Renovations, those are expected to start next week and after more meetings. A new mental health resources to help veterans and active duty service members opened up in the Valley. Georgina Fernandez walks us through the newest resource and this week's Northern Front. And a warning, this report does talk about suicide.
3, 2, 1.
It's a new chapter in the Valley. As Hope Valley Health and Wellness held its grand opening on April 15th.
It's an outlet that we haven't had.
What makes this center unique is its client base, as the center provides behavioral health and substance programs for strictly veterans and active duty members.
I've needed it for a long time, so it's pretty cool to see.
According to Hope Valley Health and Wellness, Alaska's home to the largest veteran population per capita, a population that the center says sees a high suicide and substance abuse rate.
So this need is huge here.
The center will provide those who've served 2 outlets, a residential detox program, plus programs focused on building coping skills to help address past trauma.
Veterans have suffered for lack of these kind of things in and around the state.
The program can serve 10 women and 10 men at a time, where they'll be able to undergo a vast array of therapeutic activities. The programs are also separated by gender.
The idea of that is a small knit facility allows these veterans to really spend some time building relationships and growing a stronger bond with one another.
With the goal that the work they do here,
we just need to take them from the trauma to success.
can have a long, lasting impact on the next chapter for veterans. Georgina Fernandez, Alaska's news source.
And for help, contact the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 988 or text the crisis line the word hello to 741-741.
Thanks for listening. Click subscribe so you can get the latest podcast from Alaska's news source automatically. And stay up to date with breaking news and in-depth reporting available for free 24/7 with the Alaska's news source app.